Hi. A couple things before we start. One, I'm very embarrassed, but my cat is in heat, and you may hear her moaning throughout this video, and she may even stomp through. Sorry, I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. Two is the lighting I know is less than optimal. It's night, and I really like to get this done tonight as I have a busy weekend ahead of me, and this is kind of the way my house is, a little dark. That being said, this video is a project share. To share a project that I've done over the past 12 or so days. My boyfriend recently went on a trip for practically 2 weeks, and it's a little difficult for me to think that he would be gone for that long, and it actually is the first time that we were that far apart for that long of a period of time. Let's just say he was basically on the other side of the country. And I said to him, I said, you know, baby, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive you being gone? And he said, write down every thought you have about me. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's a lot of work. And he said, yeah, but, you know, it would make interesting reading. And it kind of got me thinking, you know, smart acidness aside, it probably would make good reading, at least for the two of us. And I thought, you know, I need to, A, keep myself distracted, and B, find a way to kind of harness what could be a negative situation for me into a positive situation. So journaling is not something I've ever been able to do with any degree of consistency, so that was out. Art journaling is something that appeals to me, but it's something I'd like to look at and not necessarily something that I think I want to do, at least, again, not on a consistent basis. It's just not, I like to look at them. I don't know that I would have the tenacity to create one, like, from start to finish. So what I decided to do is, for every day that he was gone, make a tag. And so that's what you're about to watch, is you're about to see these tags. So here they are. I have the tags. La 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 la. I don't know where the camera is here. Tags. What they are, on one side is, of course, a message to him about my day. It's all those thoughts he wants to read so desperately. And then the other side is, of course, like a traditional tag. And then to make it a useful and productive experience for me, I decided to make sure that with every tag I used a new technique or a new product. Basically, I did something new. And, you know, part of that meant that not only was I learning and growing as an artist, technique and tools-wise, but also being okay with the idea that it's going to be bad sometimes because you're using something new, you're trying something different, and being okay with the fact that it's going to be less than perfect. I have to tell you, though, I'm so glad he's back. I love you, babe, but I'm so sick of making these Meshuggah tags, okay? So, yeah. I hope that you guys enjoy watching the tags on YouTube. Some of them are awesome, and some of them are not awesome. There's one in particular which is so unawesome. There are no words for how unawesome it is. And you will know it when you see it. Trust me. But, you know, that's kind of part of staying out of your comfort zone, especially as an artist. I mean, being okay with putting stuff out there, and I'm putting them up on YouTube, and I'm okay with the fact that some of them are kind of, but it was a great learning experience, and I hope that my boyfriend enjoys watching this video, because for some reason he enjoys crafting YouTube videos. Mostly mine, I'm sure, she said, glaring at him over her glasses. And then, of course, when he receives the text from me, when I see him, I hope he enjoys reading my little messages. So, okay, I'm going to switch the camera angle, and here we go. So here is day one's tag. This would be the first night of his trip. It was not a good day for me. I'm just going to go ahead and be blunt and put it out there. We had plans to see each other the day before, which got canceled at the last minute. So both of us were a little upset that we didn't get to really say goodbye. And so I went in, I did a little retail therapy at Joann, and Timmy's stuff was on sale. And so I tried to kind of give it a Timmy flavor. The new product technique that I used is in the back. You can see that image. That is from one of those Timmy masks. I had never used them before. I bought one and I love it. I'm going to go back and buy more. They are just really great. And then there's some little words here kind of about our day. We were texting and things throughout the day. And this one says retail therapy, which is pretty much my day. And this one says corny jokes. Because whenever I need cheering up, that's what I get, is a buttload of corny jokes. But they work every time. I end up laughing eventually. And this is H necklace. What I did while I was at Joann, I bought this cute little H necklace. H is just a letter that has some import to he and I. And I wrote on the back of my message, I said, I'm going to wear this necklace, this little H charm, every day while you're gone. And I did. And you'll actually see it later. So that was tag 1. Here is tag 2. So tag 2, I use a lot of glare. I'm very sorry. I'm going to try to kind of get maneuvering around the camera here. What this is, I saw a video the morning of that I made this tag, right before I went to work. I watched a YouTube video where they talked about using Perfect Pearls, and they basically, I lifted exactly what she did. She had a butterfly stamp, and she stamped it with birthmark, put embossing powder, melted it all down, and then painted in the butterfly, wing sections with Perfect Pearls and water. I had never used Perfect Pearls like that before. I really think it came out beautiful. Using glitter embossing powder maybe was not the best choice because of the glare, but I really thought that it came out quite nice. So that was tag 2. Tag 3, I'm afraid we've got butterflies again. That's kind of one of my go-to motifs. I read an article on a blog of Split Coast Stampers that talked about this technique that I used, which was using alcohol inks and some mixatives to create a pattern, a background. So that's what I did, and I actually thought it came out really pretty. I'm really happy with it. A little bit of washi there. I like this one a lot. So that is that one. That's 3. Here's 4. 4 was the bane of my existence for an evening. I had magnets. I had bought magnets. I was going to use magnets. I planned to use them in mini albums and never have. I always see people use them, and mine just sit in the drawer. So I thought, okay, I'm going to use magnets. And so there's a magnet here. This little opening here is held with a magnet. What I originally had done is I had put a beautiful, so beautiful image in here, and it would just, words cannot describe the beauty. It was great. And unfortunately, there was so much crap inside that I couldn't get the magnets to close. Like the distance wasn't strong enough, or short enough, or small enough. Right. You get the idea. So I had to rip out the inside, and then I ended up putting the note to him in there. So the back was actually blank. I was pretty disappointed that I had to do that, but I liked the outside. I think it came out really pretty. It's my favorite color. So that is tag 4. Tag 5, kind of an interesting one. Tag 5 is this pool party motif. The night that I made this tag was our Q1, Q2 celebration at my job, and my boss had a big party at our house, and she has a beautiful swimming pool. So, of course, why not make a pool party tag? Well, here's the thing, is the puffy stickers. Now, I do buy these often. I sort of think they're cute. I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world that buys scrapbook supplies like paper or stickers or embellishments and never uses them. But they're just so darn cute. Or you have a coupon. I digress. I have used puppy stickers before. This wasn't the first time I ever used a puppy sticker. I have made birthday cards for children for Operation Right Home, and I have used puppy stickers on those. I've never used puppy stickers on anything for like grown up, anything serious scrapbooking. It just strikes me as something like little kids stick on their binders. But I thought actually they came out quite cute. I'm pretty happy, surprisingly happy. And then there's actually a second new thing in here is, I don't, you may not know, YouTube viewers, I am also a graphic artist, and I used to make my own scrapbook paper. I went through a phase where I had made all these designs, I printed everything out, but then it just sat in a box. I didn't use it. I don't know why. And I picked this paper up out of my pile of papers, and I thought it kind of looked like, you know, the bottom of a swimming pool. So yeah, so I used my own homemade paper. So that was kind of nice too. Well, I don't want to say the paper's not homemade, right? The paper came out of the package of paper, but the design, whatever. So that was tag 5. Here is tag 6. It has kind of a retro vibe, a little girly, like some cute Timmy stickers. Sorry, I'm not really good with the. This is a coffee sleeve. First time using a coffee sleeve. I have been asking my coworkers to save me all the coffee sleeves. I'm going to make a mini album, not realizing that they were just going to then go to Pete's and just like take like handfuls of coffee sleeves. But thank you everyone, I really appreciate it. So this is a coffee sleeve, my first time ever using one. And what I did is inside the pocket I stuck some of my favorite jokes, since jokes is something that, you know, he tells me jokes I've never heard before, and they're hilarious, and I laugh my butt off. But then I tell him a joke, and he's like, oh, that's moldy. Thanks, babe. All right, here's my shameful tag, tag 7. A little embarrassed. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to cheat and go and make a tag later. Here's the thing. During his trip, I also had a trip of my own. I went to LA. I actually just got back a couple days ago. In fact, today is Friday. I got back Thursday. So I guess I got back Wednesday. Who knows what day I got back. This was Saturday night. I was leaving on my trip Sunday. This was the night I was supposed to clean my house, do my laundry, pack. Mind you, I had worked all day, and then had to go and run some errands, last minute errands, and some last minute shopping, and go grocery shopping for my son. I have an adult son that lives with me, and I want to make sure he had food to eat while I was gone. And yeah, I fell asleep and woke up around midnight 30, and hadn't packed. So tag or pack, I couldn't do both. I had to pack. So I'm so sorry, baby doll, but there is no tag for day 7. There's a note, but there's no tag. Mind you, the Sunday the next day when I left, I got up. I taught from 9 a.m. to noon, then turned right around, went right to the airport to catch my flight to fly down into LA. And then, of course, then it's getting your car and then driving to your hotel, and then, of course, you know, then we were doing things in LA. So I know that everyone, including my boyfriend, will forgive me for missing one day. So at this point now I'm in LA. We're talking at day 8. I'm in LA. I didn't bring anything with me except the tags and a glue stick. What am I going to do? You know, I don't know. Well, you know, a lot of the art journals that I've seen on YouTube and on, you know, in images, Google images and things, you know, they always have these beautiful lettering and fonts and all these things. And I had read an article fairly recently that talked about like how to kind of embrace your own handwriting, which, as you can see, my handwriting is not spectacular. But you know, embracing your own handwriting and using it in your art because it's more personal. And that is what I did. So I tried my hand at some lettering and some different kind of font things, and you know, I definitely was outside of my comfort zone. And really outside my comfort zone to be showing you my horrible handwriting, but hey, there you go. That's tag 8. So tag 9, by this time now I've found Michael's. Actually, quite a nice Michael's, and I don't know where. San Gabriel, Rosemead, in that area. And they had a bunch of Halloween stuff, and so I was throwing Halloween stuff in my bucket, and I wanted to get, I'm so sorry about my cat, I did try to warn you, some Halloween paper. Believe it or not, they did not have any Halloween paper out. What? I know, right? Crazy. So I got some orange and black flowers, I got some fall stickers, I got some Halloween stickers, which I ended up not putting on here because then I thought they didn't really go with the fall, so I don't know. I'm, crazy. A stamp. I bought a new set of stamps. I bought a stamps. It's a Recollections. It's kind of a knockoff of the Project Life products. It's for art journaling. I thought, oh, specifically for art journaling, I'm going to use these on my tags. Super disappointed with how they came out. They were unclear, fuzzy, they bled. Yeah, covered them up as best as I could. So it's a very strange looking tag, I admit, but a lesson well learned, and it wasn't that expensive of a lesson. So that is tag, what? 9. Alright, here's 10. There's our precious special H. Cork letter. I have bought cork before and ended up not using it. I bought cork, like a scrapbook 12 by 12 sheet of cork, thinking, oh, this would be cool, I could punch shapes out of it. Ended up cutting it into squares and putting it, making little, feet for the lizard cage, because it needed to be lifted up off the table. So I never got to use it in the project, and so I bought this little H at Michael's, and I thought that it was kind of cool. First time using that. Kind of plain, so I put this dorky little 70s type of trim on there to kind of jazz it up a bit, inked up the edges with those stamps I had bought. So yeah, the LA tags, I admit, aren't super spectacular, but I damned if I was going to miss another tag, you know what I mean? So now here we're talking day 11. I'm back from outer space, and here we have kind of a girly, little bit pink. I don't know what mood I was feeling there. I learned this technique. It's kind of like an origami technique to build these rosettes and to make borders and things, and so I use that. Anybody who wants to know how to do this and doesn't know how to do this, I'm happy to make a tutorial. It's super easy. You know me, when it comes to tutorials, I'm all about super easy, kid-friendly. Anything that's kid-friendly, I know I can do it. That's kind of my philosophy. So this is day 11. I'm back home. I'm going to be honest, I'm exhausted, but I was determined. I was back home. I had paper, I had scissors, I had my stickers, I had little things. I was determined to make a tag that, didn't look like I took 35 seconds to make it. And the last tag, which is the tag that I made last night, which is the tag for day 12, was my attempt at a foil tag. Yeah, it's an attempt, and yeah, okay, whatever. There it is. Sorry, now this terrible glare. And there is my H necklace. I took it off of my body last night, and I put it on this tag. I don't know if you can see or not, but it is terribly, terribly tarnished. That's actually the back side. The front's not as bad, but it's just so awful. I thought that he would get a kick out of that being on the tag, since that was kind of part of this journey for me, through some cheapy Michael's $1.50 flowers on there, because I thought that they would be pretty, and I'm so glad that this is over. But it was actually a really good experience for me, and also forcing myself to kind of stick to it. Remember, the back of each of these has a letter to him, talking about my day and my feelings and my thoughts, and poor man, he now has to read them all. But it was good to kind of commit to a project. It was good to kind of know that I had to do this every day, and it helped keep me distracted. I would think throughout the day about what technique I would use, and I would be looking in magazines and on YouTube and on blogs and things, which was help to distract me, which is kind of ultimately what I needed, right? Was a distraction so that I didn't go crazy waiting for my boyfriend to return from the other side of the country, which might as well have been the other side of the planet, or frankly, the moon. I mean, you know, it's not like I could drive over there and visit him. So that is my project share. Those were my 12 tags, and I hope, baby doll, that you enjoyed watching this YouTube video, and I hope that you enjoy reading your tags when I give them to you. And for everyone else, I hope you got something out of it. I hope maybe a little piece of inspiration, or you know, even a good chuckle at some of my hapless errors. You know, mistakes are something to learn from, whether we make them or not ourselves. So thanks for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your summer. Ciao.